really put the work in to do this stuff.
Right.
But me, I was a dude off the street getting bread. You know that I'm like, man, if I get good people around, that's all I want. Did I ever tell anybody who want to leave, man, you owe me money, you going to put me in on your deals,
no, man.
I'm going to break somebody's leg and all that shit and shoot somebody?
When I left, I started my label.
Yeah.
I put out the East Siders, Doggy Style. I put out all kind of shit that went platinum, and you didn't ask me for a fucking dollar.
Yeah.
And you could have got percentages.
To this day, have I ever asked you for anything?
Never. Never.
And see, that's what I'm telling y'all, like, No Limit is a university. I want to see everybody that come through that blossom. But everybody not going to make it if they not committed. If they don't put the work in. Or they don't believe in themselves. You know, you got to believe in yourself. It's like a basketball. When I first started doing music, I was a street dude. But I wasn't that good, so I was in the Bay. People was laughing at me, saying all this stuff. And that's what I'm showing in the documentary. It wasn't easy. I just didn't blow up. So it's almost like Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan got cut out of high school. He wasn't the best player on the team, but he put the work in and got better and got better.
You outworked everybody.
That's what I did.
You outworked everybody because you had Jay Prince. You had all these brothers that was doing it, and you came and got information from them. And once you got that information,
I ran with it.
You ran a different race.
And I celebrate them to this day.
And you gave them they love, man, as far as what they taught you. Like,
Jay
even put
Prince,
Tony Draper on there.
Draper.
Like, these is niggas that I know.
Uncle Luke.
I know what they meant to the game before Snoop Dogg was in the game. Like, that's why I always praise my G's. I can't really give a lot of love and respect on that GOAT level to this to my peers as much as I can to niggas that came before me. And the brothers that laid down the foundation, all those black labels from Uncle Luke to Tony Draper to Rap-A-Lot Records, they was the foundation of what you did. And once you got it, you ran a different race.
And guess what? We never hated on each other.
Never.
We never got mad that one got this, because in business it go up and down. So what I learned in business is that you got to know when to cash out. And when we went this high, Snoop, when it was time to cash out, I cashed out and kept it moving. And so I think a lot of people don't understand that. I mean, but you don't look at even Project Records. Till this day, Project Records cashed out because they learned that from the white folks how to cash out. We don't teach that to our people.
Leave while you
and go start something else.
Yes.
Diversity. That's what people don't realize. It's like, you know, everybody tells us, oh, man, do one thing. If I did one thing, I'll be done right now.
Being able to have a multifaceted way of doing business, it shows you how to diversify your
portfolio. Because especially if it's stuff that you know go with what you're doing.
Man, I remember when you had gas station and stores in the mall. And, like, that shit was inspiring to me. Like, when I seen that, that made me want to have what you had, but it didn't make me envious of you. It made me want to learn from you. It made me want to be a student. How is P doing it? How is he winning? How is he having a label and giving niggas great situations? Now, if you blow it,
that's on you.
You blew it. But I seen you give everybody the same situation. I got the same situation that everybody got on No Limit. My shit was no different than anybody else's.
But you outworked everybody. You came
But
to
you
work.
gave us all the work.
I gave everybody the opportunity.
You said, look, it's 30 albums we finna put out. We in the ice cream shop every motherfucking day. It open from this time to this time. We working on this album. Now, either you gonna get on it or you not. And the motherfuckers that was there hungry, we in there asleep.
Let me tell y'all something about this man. He jumped on every record, every project. He hustled like he had nothing, like he was a new person in the game. That's what I respect about him. Same way I hustle. Pass me that bag right there, Snoop. Let me show y'all something. You never gonna stop me because I got product. So I went from the rap game, making music, at Big and Smalls. That's some chips, Migos. When nobody believed, Cardi B on the bag. Shout out to James Lindsay. That's my partner, man. Sometimes you don't understand. It's called finding experts. And that's what we did in the music business. When Snoop found me, I was an expert at making money in it. That's why we here. So we got.
And when you gonna make some Snoop Dogg tape chips?
They coming.
You throwing all these chips out here.
Look,
I ain't seen one bag with my goddamn
you know what?
face on it.
We gonna get on Taz for that because he's too slow. Right now, Snoop.
Boosie got the best one, so I can't even front.
We got the Boosie chips. Snoop coming soon.
I got to come.
Me and you gonna make the deal before I leave today.
Let's cut the deal,
look,
B.
We got the noodles. This all look.
Come on, man. You even got Uncle P's rice.
I got the Uncle P rice.
I need this right now. I'm cooking some chicken right now.
Go ahead. You gonna cook that, Snoop? Hold up. And then let me show y'all something, right? We got noodles. Who that is? That's the Boosie noodles.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, that's the Boosie noodles.
Now.
Come on, man. That's hot.
Come on now.
That's hot.
Look at Boosie. Look at your nephew.
I got E40. We representing the Bay.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm saying? And now we need you. We need Los Angeles. We need Los Angeles.
Come on, man, get it in.
I got some pancakes. That's the Master P, Uncle P pancakes right here.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. We trying out all of this.
That's the Uncle P pancakes. Hold up. And then when you got them pancakes, I got some syrup for you.
No, you don't.
Come on, man. Ain't no more Uncle Ben and Aunt your mama. None of that. Y'all know we legit hustling right now. Ain't nobody gonna out-hustle me. No. Ain't no youngster out here gonna out-hustle me.
Never will.
So, but that's what I'm saying. Don't be afraid to get something else. Oh, hold on. Give me that drink. That's the No Limit Energy drink, King Kong. So I don't know if y'all drink
Red
Bull. Any of that stuff, the Bang or whatever, I call this cotton candy. It has no aftertaste, and it have me up all day. That's how I do all this. I'm just telling y'all. What you think?
I'm really not a sample kind of nigga, but this shit is good. And my team will tell you, I done commercial where I won't drink this shit. That nigga that paid me a whole lot of money, I be like, I ain't drinking that shit.
But see, that's what I'm saying. But
why? I think you would like this. My nigga Kev is a Red Bull.
Give him one of those.
That nigga's a Red Bull.
Give him one of those. I want you to tell me.
He's a
Hold up. You got to come over here, dog.
Come on, Kev.
Come over here, because we don't want. Hold on. Wait for you pop it. We won't come on over here.
Yeah, tell us what that motherfucker do, because you a real motherfucking...
Come sit right here and drink this thing. I want you to tell me. Come on, hold up. Come sit down for 1 second.
That's right there.
What you think?
Yeah, I could do that.
See what I'm saying?
I could do that.
Red Bull, y'all in trouble. Yeah. So I'm just telling y'all right now, we call this King Kong, because we go wild. You know what I'm saying? We straight from the jungle.
King Kong.
King Kong. You know what I'm saying? Yes, they can't stop us because we King Kong.
That's big business.
Mm-hmm.
So Pete, what you been doing on the music tip? Like, you know, everybody know that you got all these different business hands, but musically, have you decided to put back out some of that old school No Limit music, or what you on right now?
So I have a lost tape that I'm gonna play for you, and I want you to tell the world, and I want the world to tell us what they think about it, because, and then, you know, we OGs now. I want to do this last album with you, called The Last OG.
Come on, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? I'll come in here and go do how we used to do. Sleep in here and let's go. Let's pop it on and we
yeah, that's 2 weeks.
But for the No Limit Chronicles, you know, the documentary is #1. Tonight is going up again. It's going to get even bigger. And we built a dynasty, you know, and it's not a one-man army. I think all my soldiers, I salute all of them, from you, Snoop, to Mystical, to Silk, to Mia X, to Fiend, Mr. Servon, my brother C Murder, Free Corey Miller, Mac, Soldier Slim, R.I.P.
Steady mobbing.
Yep, Steady mobbing. R.I.P. Magic, R.I.P. Fifth Ward Weeby, Crazy, man. It's just so many. I could go down and down and down the list, man.
And you know what's crazy is how me and Fifth Ward Weeby became friends. And Spitter and Soldier Slim and like all
Currency.
Come on, man. All the niggas that was kids when I was there have grown into grown men, and we still manage that relationship, and we still love each other, man.
Man, Mia X son rapping now. Mystical son rapping.
What?
Yeah. Shout out to Romeo, Symphonique, my kids, man. All my kids, man. You know, my boys, Hersey and Mercy, they balling right now. They doing their thing. And, man, it's just a blessing, bro, for us to still be alive. You know what we done been through, Snoop. That's what I'm saying. It's like, how you can't celebrate that?
Yeah, that alone needs to be celebrated. The struggles and the hustles that we had to get where we at.
Man, it's crazy.
If they only knew. If we had a camera on every day of our life, it'd be a motion picture every minute.
And look how good God is when you do right, man. That he'll give you tenfold. Yeah. He'll take from the wicked and give to the righteous. And that's what people don't realize. A lot of people don't have nothing now because they was wicked. Think about it. And they mad at us because we still, look how we've been helping the community, helping the kids, giving back. And then this show #1 with a little no promotion because it's raw, it's real. This is what the people want to see.
And they want to know what went into making No Limit. What did it take for P to become Master P?
And we still celebrating other people from North. We celebrating Cash Money.
Yeah.
You know, when those guys, when our time was coming down, they was coming up. That's what I could have brought them and signed their whole company. But guess what? God had a bigger plan for them.
Yeah.
So that's what you got to look at. But they always put us up against each other.
When it should be, nah, this is a brother allowing the company to grow on their own and
Exactly.
get their own.
When I talk to that man, Snoop, he had his own vex. I always tell people, you don't need to be with a boss if you're your own boss.
If you feel that about him, you know he didn't need that.
Nah, he ain't need it.
Come on, man.
And look what he did. Look what he ended up doing.
Bossed up. Him and Slim bossed up.
Man, I end up doing a song with Lil Wayne. It's called Power. I gotta let you hear this thing, man. And
that's so overdue, you and him.
Yeah. You know,
what I'm
Lil Wayne, the best rapper ever come from New Orleans.
Off the top.
I'm gonna be real. Him and Mystical. You
Him
know what I'm
and
saying?
Mystical. When I say Soulja Slim,
Yeah, Soulja.
If he'd have had more time,
Yeah.
he was going. He was
Yeah.
coming. I mean, when you first put me on him, when you walked
Yeah.
in the studio, it was like,
Yeah.
bruh, this man is the closest thing to Tupac,
Yeah,
and I fell in love with him.
Yeah.
And man, that nigga was like roommates when I went down
Yeah,
there.
he was wild.
That was my nigga, man.
He was wild, man.
He was my roommate in
Yeah.
the apartments you put us in when we
Yeah.
first moved there. See, what y'all don't know was P had us living in apartment buildings. I don't even know the name of it.
Yeah.
But we was all in apartments and we had to fuck with each other. We had to communicate. I had to
That's
borrow
how we
sugar
spend
from
time.
him and
Yeah.
had to come over his house and this and that to where we was all like this. So when we went to the studio, we was already family.
Yeah. And we got to, so this is how we handle our difference, because everything wasn't perfect. We put the gloves on.
Off the top.
In No Limit.
You got to
it
lock
wasn't
up.
no shooting or nothing like
Put
that.
them gloves
Put them
on.
gloves on.
Handle
and
that.
then come back. We
Handle that.
all good.
Yeah, we
women
good.
lose.
Put them gloves on. We'll talk about it later. Put them motherfucking gloves on. If you ain't trying to put them gloves on, stop the talk.
Yeah, stop all that. So now, y'all, it's a blessing to have this number one at a time like this.
Yes,
and
sir.
When a lot of people didn't think that this could happen, and have the whole soldier movement. Y'all see what me and Snoop got on, the whole camouflage movement. You could go to Manyatis.com, MONEYATTI.com. Manyatis stand for motivating oneself, encourage you actively to think independently. And Nike did it. Why we can't do it?
Why not?
Nike was so big, but they came out their garage because we allowed them to grow and make mistakes. So I tell people, even if you're looking at this documentary, you had to allow me to make mistakes and get my production right, just like I did in music. So I had to grow. Okay, let me go find some great producers to take this to the next level.
Right.
And that's what I done. Because at first, when you have money, just because you have money, it's a lot of people with money that's not happy, that's broke mentally because they can't get it together. All they doing is spending money, throwing it away, people playing on them. So you got to know. You got to invest in yourself. Everybody got 24 hours. I went back, studied my craft. I got better at the storytelling, everything. And I think in music, like I tell you, in the Bay, when people laughed at me, it was like, oh, that's a country boy. You know, he got bread. We're going to take, because even when I was on the road, I go on the road. People don't know. When I was opening up for Tupac now, I was out when the lights were still on.
Right.
But I was thankful for the opportunity.
You want that opportunity to soak up all of
That's
that
it.
game. All
That's
of
it.
this is game.
I knew how good this dude was. I'm like, damn, okay, I got to switch my stuff up. I got to get it better. And ain't nothing wrong with it. I tell people all the time.
If you get to practice with Michael Jordan, why the fuck would you want to go practice with Michael Jordan?
That's what
I'm
I'm
going to pay
saying.
to go practice
That's
with
what
this
I'm
nigga to
saying.
get my shit
That's
right.
what I'm saying. So you got to realize it's not an L, it's not a loss, it's a lesson.
But if you're a student, you want to grow as a student. So that's
Be
just
a
a
student
lesson
of the
that you
game.
learn from
Be
so
a
you can
student.
study to become better at what you're trying to be.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people don't want to put the work in. Then they get mad at you. So that's why I'm going to tell y'all, that's why I got in a product, because let me show y'all something. Product don't talk back.
It don't.
If I make $1 million, these noodles are not going to call me mad because he ain't make no money. Please, product, do not talk back.
Hey.
He ain't mad. Product, I'm in the product business now, Snoop, because I ain't got to pay him when he go to strip club. I ain't got to put my money out of my pocket to take care of you to get your bros. I work for my money. So when I go somewhere, hey, couple noodles, how much you want? P, I don't want anything. I'm good. Okay, I'm good. You see, this is where I'm at now. I'm not in the music business no more. I'm in a product game. Product outweighs talent. Why me and Snoop still big financially, how we are, because we got in the product. Y'all see, he got cannabis, he got all these different products, he got clothing. Anything you could think of, if we think that we could put some money into it and make it, we're going to put our money into it because that's what they do. Y'all, they keep brainwashing us like, oh, you only got to have one thing. So y'all think y'all just got to be a rapper. If you thinking like that, or you just got to be a basketball player, you lost. I'm telling y'all right now, take 20 minutes to 1 hour a week and go on the internet and pull up economics. Pull it up. Economics. Pull that up. See what it is. Pull up banking. Figure out what to do with your money. They teach us how to get money. They don't teach us what to do with it. So, and you won't be mad at nobody. I got producers, artists mad at me for 25 years ago. 25 years. I ain't selling no music. What y'all mad at me for? I got money because I got product and it don't talk back. Look, I can hit it right now. I ain't gonna say nothing. Ain't gonna swing or nothing.
Just keep dropping off money. He just gonna keep dropping it off.
Look, they didn't believe in this at first.
You said some shit that I never thought of, but I'm like, this is the most brilliant shit you ever said. Product don't talk back.
They don't talk back. Snoop, you ain't got to be mad. You got a nice big house. You got nice cars. You work for that. You go up in here late night, putting these tracks down, coming up with the product you have, going through those relationships, got to switch it up. Think about it. Some of y'all in the hood can't switch it up. We can put a suit on. Yep. We know how to talk when we're in a corporate meeting. Right. You got to be able to switch your game up. Right. I take this product here, man, look. He ain't coming out there with his pants sagging. I'm trying to go in the meeting and mad. Talking about, man, what you doing in there with them white folks? Nope. The product ain't going to do nothing but stay there and chill. Sit down. I'm going to put you on the shelf, sell you, and go make some more. Because I took my money that I hustle with, and now you mad at me. And you know I can fight. You already know that, so I'm not the one. Leave me alone. I'm just telling you. But invest in product. I do believe in God, but I do live an eye for eye. Leave me alone. I ain't messing with nobody. Alone. I'm trying to tell him, Snoop.
Leave us alone. We trying to live. We trying to be grandkids, grandfathers, man.
We ain't doing nothing to nobody. We trying to take care of our family. Hey, they keep asking me, well, P, why you gonna put out? Man, I ain't putting nobody. I'm putting this product out.
Yeah, that product.
I'm taking Auntie Mama and Uncle Ben off the shelf and put Uncle P on the shelf.
There you go.
I'm putting the noodles, the icon noodles. I can put our people on there, put our people faces. I know a lot of people I don't like Boosie. I put him on there. I'm putting Snoop Dogg next. You know, I put Biggie Smalls on there. Then people say, well, why you ain't put Tupac? Man, y'all don't even understand how hard it is to get the approval for that. Right. That's what I tell people. We have to start thinking outside the box and look at other people's life. You know, so when I put these noodles out, guess what our people say is Snoop? How much sodium in there? I said, well, how much sodium in ramen noodles? They sold 10 billion. Y'all ain't even tripped.
Now they want to ask you questions.
Let me get mine on the shelf. Right. And then I can make it even more healthier for you. Right. But let me get some of the shelving space. They buy my potato chips. How much salt? Well, how much salt in Lay's?
A lot.
Think about it.
A whole lot.
Look. So they asked me about the rice right there. I say, well, is your rice healthy? I say, Uncle Ben been in that store for 130 years. Y'all ain't never said that. At least let me get in the store and compete with them. Right. They had a slave on the back of the box, man. Think about it.
A real one.
And gave that man $50.
A real one.
He was, guess what he was? He was a model. He don't own that. No percentage go to his family. All that time. We got to change that narrative. We got to educate. Let me tell y'all something. I don't pray for money. Because I'm like instant grits, add water, I'm going to make money. I pray for wisdom. Look in the Bible. You pray for wisdom, you can get the money. Right. And that's what we did. Yeah. We know how to treat people. We keep our word. Think about it. If I tell you I'm going to do something, I don't care what I'm doing. I'm going to do it.
It's a done deal.
I still got all the same friends. You go look around. Right. Me, Boz, Big Court. Yeah. This Jimbo, my cousin, he was locked up at the time. So he did 20 years, but he home now, and look what we able to do as a family. But now I'm getting his mind right.
Exactly. But that's what you always did.
See what I'm saying?
You was more of a psychiatrist to us than anything because you dealt with so many personalities and so many niggas that was dealing with hood shit, and you was basically showing us how to get to the next level business-wise and how to flip the script and change up and not just be one way, but have different ways of doing
Man, you're going to have to be the hardest dude in the world. The hardest dudes in the world are dead or in jail. And when I talked to Jimbo, he did 20 years. I said, well, bro, why are you changing? Because you know you're around people that's changing. They know how it used to be. Right. Now they get around, like, bro, you can't hang around me if you're going to have that type of mindset. Now we're going to stand up for our family. Whatever we got to do, we're going to let them know what they're dealing with. But we come in peace. A good soldier prepare for war in time of peace. That's y'all need to read the book, The Art of War.
Speak on it.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to understand. That's how life is. We always being prepared. They've been preparing their families for years. That's how they have money. That's how they build generational wealth. They pass it down. We don't have nothing. We go, oh, yeah, well, what he did 20 years ago. People who mad at me that what I did 20 years ago, what would y'all be saying if I was dead or in prison? Y'all be, man, P, the dude, I used to take care of us. He did. Think about it.
Right, but since you still here and you still having it, they looking at what they don't have as opposed to what
well, you ain't do nothing to get it.
But you fumbled the ball.
Yeah.
You gave everybody the ball on the 20-yard line and showed us the end zone. Now, whether you went in that way or you ran the ball that way or threw it sideways or gave it to somebody yard line, you didn't put us in the end zone, but you gave us a position to say, if you do the right things, you're going to get in that end zone, and I'm going to show you how to get in there every time.
So I'm going to tell y'all something. If you call yourself a real dude, a real nigga, whatever you call yourself, and you mad at me, you really need to look in the mirror. Because I'm not God. The Bible say no man, no man, nothing but love. And I done gave more love. Anybody that mad at me, I want to ask y'all one question. What have y'all ever did for me?
See, but you weren't supposed to ask that question.
But you know what I did for you. I'm just saying. So you mad.
But you mad because when you ask that question, you change the whole dynamic because they can't say that they've done more for you than you done for them. That's off the top. Just because the heart that we have, we give so much that you do more giving for others than you do for yourself.
Think about this, though. I bet you none of y'all can't say, I owe y'all something. So I gave you an opportunity. Think about it. I'm a boss. If you came around me and you a worker and I'm a boss, I always tell you, go get your own business if you don't want to do it under my roof or my way. That's even like kids. Your kids can't tell you what to do if you paying the bills.
Go get your own apartment.
Go get your own. See what I'm saying?
Get your ass out. You don't like me watching this channel, go get your own TV.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
And they all moved out.
Yeah.
All three of my motherfucking kids moved their hot asses out. Two of them because of me, one of them because of their mama. And that's just what it is. You don't like shit around here, get your ass out.
So think about this, Snoop. Grown men that was 20 years ago. What is y'all mad about when you got your own kids now? And I ain't been around you in 20 years.
But P, that to me is envy.
Yeah.
And it's envy. And I watched that with Don King. Because Don King, it was like how me and you is.
Yeah.
He got all these boxers paid and he still had all this money and the boxers was mad at him.
Yeah.
How the fuck is you mad at the man that put you in the game and still got his and you dropped the ball?
Man, let me tell y'all something. When I was in the hood, right? If I go to one of the big homies and I get some work from him, when I spend my money, I'm going to either have to come back and get some more work. He ain't going to say, here, big dog, whatever he gave you, that's you. Whatever you do with it. You know what I'm saying? If I go buy me a car right now and I'm broke.
You blew it.
See what I'm saying? And you know Snoop at the time, most of the dudes with us, they don't want to admit it. They was making it rain in the club.
Man, you taught me how to go get a house in my name.
Yeah.
Go get a car for my wife. Go get a car for me. Then I brought my studio to New Orleans. Yeah. But you showed me how to stay confined within, like, nigga, all you got to do is go to the studio and back home.
Yeah.
Studio, back. You ain't got to go to the club. You ain't got to do nothing. Like, don't let them niggas take you to New Orleans.
Yeah.
I went a couple times with Soulja Slim and C Murder. I can't help it. I went a couple times, but you used to always say, nigga, don't go back. You told us, like, standing on that shit.
Don't let them trick you out your position. Think about it. When we go back to help the kids in the community and take care and feed the elderly. But when y'all got to realize you just cheese for the rats.
Right.
That's why so many people that make it lose their lives because they trying to prove something. Let me tell you something. Dude hit me up on social media and he said, yeah, I'm the dude who used to beat you up in middle school.
I got one of them niggas.
And guess what I said? I said, well, do it now. That's what I said, Snoop. Do it now. That's the only thing you can remember. And when I see him, I pull him up. Little bitty dude. He ain't even grow.
Yeah, he's still in the 3rd grade. And he living off of that. I got a nigga just like that just loves telling niggas, you know, I used to beat this nigga up in the 7th grade. I'm like, you know what, cuz, you say that shit one more time, we gonna put the 7th grade in 2020. Nigga, I'm gonna beat your ass right now. I've been in the gym, nigga. I'm gonna try this new kick out on your ass.
Isn't that anybody else? I took the gun out of his hands, Snoop. That was nothing but God. Nobody could stop it.
No, that's his plan. His plan is for you to still be here, still educating, elevating, and pushing past the hate with love. Because, see, you not matching the hate that you getting with the hate that you throwing back out. You throwing out love.
Think about it. Even the stuff with Suge, when I know he was at a different mindset, but when he called me, I was calm when I told him what I told him.
Right.
And just left it like that. And then when I seen him again, we did business with you.
Because he respected you.
You see what I'm saying?
See, that's what niggas don't understand. He respected you. Nobody else could have did that deal because he didn't respect nobody in the fucking rap game. Nobody. He respected you enough to say, you know what? I'm going to pull this business deal off with you.
Right. Until this day, Snoop, and you know this, Have I ever said anything about any of his partners, all the dudes that talk and do all that? I never said nothing about it. Ain't my business. Whatever they want to think, they think.
You pulled me off of them niggas.
Yeah.
Because I was on their head. You was like, nigga, we not finna say nothing bad about them niggas. We finna be
we about
on
to mess our
business. We on this shit right here. Let that shit go.
Man, we going to get some money.
Yeah,
we ain't trying to go to jail.
You trained me to lose that spirit of, I want to fuck them niggas up. It's like if a nigga on your head and they feel like you weak, you just something about you as a man to just say like, I got to defend myself, but you took that away from me to say, stop living to die.
Ain't nothing wrong with defending yourself if something happened.
Right.
Somebody run
but
up
don't
on
go
you.
looking for it.
If you go looking for trouble, you're going to get trouble.
Right.
Think about it.
Right.
So, and that's what I mean. Sometimes a good run beat a bad stand. You know?
Hello.
Think about it. So it's like you can't play with no man and think that, you know, when you go back and look at times, bullies always gonna end up losing in the end. That's how David and Goliath. That's how it went. So you never know. It ain't how you start. That's how you finish. So think about it. When I talk about winning, you winning now. The people that wasn't paying you at first, wasn't taking care of you. When I seen y'all look, I said, man, this a boss. You know, he a diamond in the rough. You just gotta shine him up.
Right.
He about to go blossom. Bosses create bosses. Millionaires create more millionaires.
Right.
Because I don't want to be sitting at the top of the mountain by myself.
Never that.
And so my thing is now the ones that's listening, they on top of the game. The ones that was hating, they still at the bottom hating.
And that's crazy because you got a few good students.
Yeah.
Like I got a few good students.
Yeah.
Like niggas that I put on
Yeah.
that did better than me or doing just
Yeah.
as good as me. I really appreciate them niggas because they outworked the homies.
Yeah.
Like the people that was the homies that I gave positions didn't work as hard as other niggas that I gave positions.
Yeah.
You can see that paid off.
And that's how it be. Sometimes you got to get rid of motherfuckers in your family that ain't right. So you got to look at this, man. Anybody that's watching this, y'all, don't let people take your kindness for weakness. If you a stand-up guy, I mean, they laughed at me with these shoes at first. Oh, yeah. I said, I'm going to get better. I got better. I'm selling so many shoes now. I mean, Kanye West, he done turned into a billionaire off of the sneakers when people let those, what they was calling them, homeless stuff and all that. Look, but guess what? We allowed Nike, Adidas, Converse, all of them to keep us. Yeah, and nobody say nothing.
Right.
And we get mad. Let me tell you something. I never got mad or envy at Puffy or Jay-Z. None of those guys, what they have. Dr. Dre, when he did his deal and all that stuff. I'm like, man, I'm happy to see black men that come from the same thing I come from be successful.
Right, because that's more doors open up for us now. Now they understand that we can handle that kind of money.
Yes.
When you give one a B, you're going to have to give another one a B and another one a B because you're going to say, well, man, them niggas know how to handle them B's. Yeah. We know they can handle them M's.
And we can put more people on. And we can give more.
Man, because we running through M's left and right. So they know that. Now it's time to give us that B game so that way we can become more owners and more the people that can provide for ourselves.
And we can stop worrying about we don't have nothing, everybody crying and everybody hurting. And talk about what they going to do for us. They don't have to do nothing for us if we create more of us. When you look at right now at the Fortune 500 companies, it's only 3 African-American CEOs. I ain't even talking about owners. CEOs. That's a half of 1%.
A half of a 1%.
Half of 1%.
Niggas is 0.50.
So, yes. So when you look at black production companies in Hollywood, we own 5%. So that's why we don't control our narrative. That's why we have to change that. That's what No Limit Chronicles, that's what the production that you doing and people like that. So we could tell our stories, you guys can see it the real way, and you guys can learn from it.
Right, without it being watered down, without it being rinsed down the way they want to tell it, but we're telling it the uncut version so you can hear the true struggle. Yeah,
so imagine this, y'all. Imagine, so I showed y'all product. Imagine what it looked like into the stores. It's little or nothing. We're probably the only African-American owned companies that got packaged food goods into these stores, which makes no sense. Being able to do a deal with Walmart and Target and Kroger's and all these companies, that's what we should be protesting for. Man, we lost George Floyd. We lost Breonna Taylor. Now, if our money right and we know what economic empowerment is, now we could go buy the blocks back instead of burning them down and put the right judges, people that look like us, into office. Because we keep crying about who's not there, but guess what? We're not using our right to vote to bring the right people in, or we're going to keep getting police brutality against us. So think about it. We got to think outside the box, but we really have to do educate the next generation. And that's what if you have an education, you're not just going out shooting any man down or any kid for no reason. You're going to think about it because you're going to prison. I mean, I'm fighting for C right now to get him out. We're doing this in a documentary. You're going to see the real story about C murder, Corey Miller, because his name is really in Matt. their lyrics and their names got them incarcerated.
Prosecuted.
Yes.
They tried to do me like that with my murder case. They were bringing in songs and magazine shit, but we got it throughout. You know what I'm saying? Certain shit wasn't admissible in court, but when you're dealing with it down south, it's a different judicial system. You know what I'm saying?
It is, man. And our people, I just want to let y'all know, if we could do it, y'all could do it. Y'all see that we humble men, we men of God. We know that this success is temporary. We can't take it with us. I've seen a lot of rich people. The guy who created the iPhone, he's still making money. They tell us right now, some of the greatest treasures are in the graveyard because a lot of people don't even get a chance to
that's Steve
bring
Jobs.
out their
Steve
dreams.
Jobs don't even get a chance to see what's happening right now with all the
Oh man, let me tell you something. I seen a black man on a boat that he created with his old lady. He never got a chance to even drive the boat, dog, that he made when he was alive. He was creating it. It never got finished. So we don't need to let that be us. That we need that to be enjoy, celebrate each other while we're here. And I mean, man, we're going to toast to some real shit because we did it again.
And we're going to keep doing it.
25 years later, man, we still on top. We doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And we smiling, we happy. Y'all haters, y'all mad. I got a lot of frowns on y'all faces, but our fans, we salute y'all because we know we couldn't have did it without y'all, man. Snoop Dogg, Master P, y'all know how it go down. There's no limit forever.
Hello.
Man, because guess what? You know why? It's love.
That's all it's ever been, though, Pete. From the moment, I mean, when y'all had y'all offices up at Priority.
Yeah.
And you asked me to get on the mystical song.
Yeah.
Some gangster shit.
Yeah.
And I brought the cookie jar.
Yeah.
And when we was smoking out the cookie jar and I asked you was like, how much you want?
Yeah.
And I told you what I wanted and you gave me that and then some. And when you cut that check, you pulled me to the side and you gave me that game and I needed that. I needed a big brother to give me some information and tell me, look, nigga, you are a star, you are a boss, and let me show you how you can become that. Don't let this cloud right now be the end of your career. Let me show you some sunshine. Come on down south.
Nah, man, because you know what? Sometimes people shit on you when you're down. Right. You need people to push you and gonna raise you up. I seen that you was a star, you still had it. You could be with the wrong team. That's what I'm telling people. Before I made it, I couldn't make because I had the wrong people with me. So now when you got the right people, look how it blossomed. It's like a puzzle. It's not going to work till you put all the pieces to it. And so I just think that our people don't understand that because they so mad at trying to get rid of. Everybody want to be the hardest dude in the world and gangster. Oh, yeah, I did this and I made him look bad. For what? What you get out of it? Nothing. You get nothing out of making another man look bad to a man that got so much talent and got so much that he could give to the world. What about uplifting him? And that's how I look at it. And that's why my blessings keep coming. I ain't the dopest rapper in the world. I never tried to be. I am the greatest hustler you ever gonna meet. You ain't got to say it right now. You ain't got to say it right now. You can say it when I'm gone. It's cool.
Hey,
but
you
know that
because my hustle is your hustle. So you get all of this too. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. That guess what? You was able to take the game and run with it and do what you need to do. That's how we supposed to celebrate.
But if you don't have a teacher, you can't be a student.
Yeah.
So if you got a great teacher, you can become a great student, and then you can eventually teach others how to do it, and you can rub off like with the shit that I do with my community and the kids and all that. If I hadn't seen you do it, I wouldn't know how to do it.
Man, I brought Snoop to the project soon as he got there. Where we went at to Rosenwald.
Off the top.
And guess what? What I love about him, he was right active with the kids, giving back, doing what he needed to do. That's why God has spared us, man, to where this is history. This is history. You don't even see stuff like this to where we alive and create more history. And still here doing this, I think is a blessing. I think if anybody really appreciate our gangster, then y'all need to look at it, what we doing. And we're not preaching to none of y'all. Because if y'all not right where you need to be at, you're still on the streets, do what you got to do. But if God gives you an opportunity to do something better for you and your family, then you need to take that. Because that's called keeping it real. Everybody in the hood think they representing the hood. That's cool representing, but just know you don't own that hood. So if you die in that hood, that is, you don't really own it. Somebody else going to come in, they're going to do another one and keep it moving. But guess what? If you do something and make it great where you could go back to that hood and help the community, pull somebody else out, that's gangster.
That's super gangster.
You know what I'm saying?
Gangster
that's
shit.
Gangster.
We about to hop off in some gangster shit.
You see what I'm saying?
Come on, Pete. Play something for me, man.
We about to play some music, y'all. So
what you got? You got on CD?
Yeah, what you got? You got something you can play in there?
I got a CD player.
We're going to do old school. We're going back on the CD because we're going to give a bunch of y'all CD.
I got a CD player.
Where that bag at? I got some CDs in.
Yeah, I got a CD player.
All right. Where that bag with them CDs in?
Now we're gonna go live. This is
It's more money. Chips. Yeah, is it in there? I had a whole bunch of CDs. Chips.
Yeah. Now you going live?
Oh, should I go live?
No, I mean I'm about to see. Oh, you lots of fucked up, man. Now for real, what are you tasting that? Like what kind of like berry or like what's
Tastes like
What that shit he playing right?
it's on Apple.
so but
Oh, I have my little portable CD player.
you like it?
I have my portable CD player there. Check on that thing in the oven, John.
We got product, nigga.
Yeah, we about to go.
We may bang this shit in the car,
Huh?
guys.
You sure?
The car bang, hell yeah.
You gonna bang harder than this?
It's gonna bang way harder than this. In the car. Y'all wanna hear it in the car or in the studio? Cause No Limit shit used to bang in the car, right? I remember when my nigga Badass, right? That nigga pulled up on me before I was even on No Limit. That nigga pulled up on me in a Cadillac. And that motherfucker said, make crack like this. Make crack like this. For all the dope dealers out there, make crack like this. And that motherfucker came on, let me give a shout to D-Boys. I'm like, nigga, who is this? He's like, nigga, this No Limit, nigga. And it was the dope, what was the album called? Ghetto Dope. Nigga, that shit, we was in the Cadillac, nigga, and it bang in the car. Like, most niggas was in the car. Most niggas wasn't in the studio piece, so I think we need to go in the car, right? Yeah, they say in the car, cuz. They say in the car, cuz. Come on, Pete, bring them CDs. The CDs gonna bang in the car. Cause I got about 4 5 cars out there we gonna bang this shit in.